Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah, wa la ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar. Dear brothers and sisters, continuing again with chapter 32. So, we spoke yesterday about the creation process and how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, same thing like we in regular life have, for example, a computer, hardware, and software. You don't see how the software from the background interacting with the hardware. Same thing, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have created the human being, have created the trees, have created the oceans, have created everything. But from there, behind the scenes, there is software. عالم الأمر, orders of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And the same thing is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have created us, and there is order, there is decrees, there is orders need to be done. For example, who's gonna die, who's gonna live, who's gonna be born. All of these are orders. How much you're gonna earn today, how much you're gonna lose today. Orders happen. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So many decrees behind it. That is can be done with angels, for example. Can be done with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's decrees. So the thing which we need to understand, there is alamul khalq, there is the world of creation, the hardware, and there's software behind it. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala able to manage all of these things. That's why the ayah number 6 comes. It says, ذَلِكَ عَالِمُ الْغَيْبِ وَالشَّهَادَةِ. He is the one who knows the unseen, because the unseen all the time happen with orders, which we don't see. That is the amr, the orders of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وَالشَّهَادَةِ, the things you see. You see the fellow human being, you see the animals, you see the trees, you see the mountains, you see the sunlight, you see things like that. Al-Aziz, Almighty. And that word encompasses so many things. He's capable of knowing, they're capable of paying attention to details, the intelligence, the powerful. Intervene at anything, intervene for his believers, intervene for his messengers. Ar-Rahim, the merciful. When you go to him, he wants you to come and call for his forgiveness. And he will be sending messengers and reminders to us all the time to bring us back to the straight path. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is talking this kind of creation, taking care of the seen and unseen, is called what? أحسن كل شيء خلقه. He have excelled. Everything is done with excellence, because he have the thing and he manage everything around that thing which can control it. Beautiful. So he created it, he able to control it. ذلك عالم الغيب والشهادة الذي أحسن. He excelled. Everything is excellence. That's what it is. Our body, for example, is working through. You have a liver, you have a kidney, you have a heart, but from within it works automatically without even our operation. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made that. That is from the unseen orders which Allah have put inside us. When this is given us, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala even وَلَقَدْ خَلَقْنَا الْإِنسَانَ فِي أَحْسَنِ. He used the same word when he talked about the human being creation. أحسن تقويم. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala saying here, الذي أحسن كل شيء خلق, in everything. Because from inside, he doesn't depend on us, because we're deficient. We have a limited brain, and we have what deficiency, we can forget things. You can wake up in the morning, if the heart, is in our hands, we have a button to push in the morning, we will be dead by now. Because one day you're gonna wake up, forget to push the button. So that's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, brothers and sisters, when you know him more, you love him more. When you get close to him more, you love him more and more. And after this, you say, I obey you, Allah. I will do anything, Ya Allah, you ask me for. I will follow the footstep of Muhammad alayhi salatu wassalam. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he said, وَبَدَأَ خَلْقَ الْإِنسَانِ مِنْ طِينٍ. He started the creation of the human being from dust. Why Allah is mentioning this? And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will mention another thing. Then why Allah is making the thing is dust? Because He's telling us that He have created from the lowest ever thing. Dust. Dust has no value, brothers and sisters. Dust has no value. From there, Allah is trying to tell us that without Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala intervention, creation, we have no value. We have zero value. Without worshipping Him, obeying Him, we have zero value. We're just dust, made of dust, made of no value. So our value comes when we become true believers, true worshippers, in a true and come to Allah in a complete surrender and complete submission and complete obedience to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's when we have a value. And that's when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He will call us ibad, slaves. This is what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when He talked to the Prophet Muhammad, when He talked about the messengers, when He talked about these righteous people, He said, ibadi, ibadi, my slaves. That's when we're going to have a value, brothers and sisters. That's why the teen, because it's Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala again is telling us, do not be arrogant. Do not feel that you're something. Because you are made of dust, nothing. Do not be arrogant. Do not feel that you're something or somebody. Just go in obedience and submission to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's what the value creation is. ثم جعل نسله من سلالة من ماء مهين. And then Allah have made His offspring from the sperm. From Allah call it ماء مهين. In Arabic, the مهين means humiliated. Just like a, like a dirty or something dirt or whatever, something which is very also unworthy. Something has no value as well. Why Allah is telling us this? He's telling us that so all of us are made out of sperm. He's telling us that we're nothing without Allah intervention. We're nothing without Allah intervention. And we will become nothing even when we grow up, we're nothing unless we go into submission. Unless we accept His book of the Quran, accept all of His messengers and follow the footsteps of His last messenger Muhammad alayhi wasallam. Otherwise, we're nothing. And also, so Allah's telling us, don't be arrogant. Don't be arrogant and a human. Come to Him in submission. أقول قولي هذا أستغفر الله لي ولكم ولسائر